What's going on, y'all? Monday morning, August 10th. Well, Friday, as y'all seen in my video before probably. Get a drink of water right quick. I spun an axle. Thought it was a rear end. It still could be part of the rear end too. So, plan is today, gotta go ahead and pull the other axle out on the other side. Gotta unbolt the third member here, all the way around, about 10, 12 bolts all the way around. Unhook the drive line, remove the air line to the power divider. Gotta drain that rear end first too, drain it. And do an inspection and make sure there's no damage to the rear end. Most likely it's just the axle. We can clean it all up, put it back together, and put a new axle in it. So that's the plan. That's the plan right now. So I'll do a little video here of tearing it down, checking it out, and all that. So have something a little different today. Hope everybody's doing good. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, thanks for subscribing. If you've been with us for a while, welcome back, y'all. It is hot and humid. I turned my fan off here for a minute so y'all could hear me, but I'm about to turn that sucker back on and set the GoPro up and probably do a lot of time lapse of the work, and then kind of in between steps I'll stop for a minute and kind of let y'all know what's going on, what we're doing. So for 806 driver, B&B trucking, let's get to work. All right, first thing we got to do is drain the oil out of the rear end. Right there. Alright, y'all. Might not know it, but the drain plug is magnetized. You look at the end of this drain plug, we got a lot of shavings. Nothing hard, nothing big. Most likely them are most of those shavings off of that axle when it spun. So get this cleaned up. Alright, there you go. So here's the magnet. Here's your drain plug. See, I got them all cleaned up now. Magnet just attaches to the drain plug like so. If you ever get any metal come loose in your rear end, this right here will catch all that metal, or a lot of it. Try to keep it out of the way of your rear end to prevent doing further damage. So we're gonna set this to the side. Next thing we gotta do, go ahead and pull. We're gonna go ahead and pull this axle out. you got to have both axles out in order to remove the rear end. So that's what we're going to do next. Okay, we got the axle out. This one here, it's showing a little bit of wear, but really it's not too bad. Not like that, not like the other side was. Guess we're going to continue on here. See if this is where the axle comes out at. This is all your hub, your bearings, and your hub, your spindle. This is everything your wheel and hub and everything rides on right there. So we don't have to take all that apart though to get the rear end out today. So next thing I'm going to do is go under there and take off the air line and remove the drive line, and then we'll go to taking those 15/16 bolts or nuts off of the third member housing itself to get ready to pull it. So probably do a time lapse on all this and catch y'all in a minute. All right, y'all. First thing I'm gonna do is undo this air line right here. This air line goes to your power divider. Switch in the cab sends air to this solenoid right here, and whenever you need to lock in your power divider to get going, or you're stuck or whatever, that's what engages your power divider. So we're going to undo that line. This whole carrier assembly will come off right here. Then we're going to unbolt the U-joints and move this drive line. We'll probably just set it over here out of the way somewhere. And then we'll go around and start unbolting the rear end, and we'll be ready to come out with it. So we're gonna put y'all on the time lapse here while we're doing all this, and well, we'll catch y'all here in a second. Alright, y'all, I knocked my GoPro over. Didn't realize the battery had dislodged a little bit, so it shut off. But so what I got done here, I removed about half of the bolts. I missed it, so I'm gonna put y'all back on time lapse, and we're gonna continue removing these bolts coming up around this side, and then we'll have to go up on top to finish. So we got the drive line loose from the yoke. We got our air line loose from the power divider solenoid, and we're going to continue to work around our bolts here. You see there's more on this side. So we're going to continue to work, and hopefully I won't knock this daggum camera over again. Alright, y'all, so bolt right here is pretty tight. Just got my finger. Show y'all, you ever get you a tight bolt, you need a little leverage, get you another wrench, one just a little bit bigger, put your open end over, or your closed end over the open end of the other. And that right there will give you a little more leverage, almost like using a cheater bar. See that? Just an old trick. Most of you folks that are mechanically inclined probably already know that. That's kind of an old school trick right there. But just get it right there, grabs a hold, get your leverage. That should be loose enough now. We get this last bolt off. Last nut off. Sorry, there ain't no bolt, that's a nut. There ain't no bolt, it's a nut. After we get this one off, that should be all my nuts, all my securement, all my fasteners. Go get a floor jack and put under this rear end, and we'll pull her out. It's kind of funny, a little hard to do by yourself, but it's doable. Easier if you got two people, have one kind of running the jack and one kind of holding everything in place. Man, that nut gonna go hard all the way. All the way. This how y'all like to start your Mondays? I'm getting too old for this crap. Put that right there, y'all. Think I need a new bushing there. That dog bone here. Oh, you can't see it, can you? There we go. That bushing. Yep, it's time for a new dog bone. I'm here looking at the camera, making sure y'all can see. I'm sitting here missing my bolt, my nut. Man. Well, now I gotta jump down. I guess. No, I don't. I got another 15/16 right here. Let's see if this ratchet wrench, I can get this ratchet wrench on there now. Hell no. Guess I should have sprayed that with some WD-40 or some PB Blaster or your penetrating oil of choice. Getting close. I hope this rear end ain't like my old rear end on my old truck. I think they made those, my truck was a 96. This is a 99. And I'm pretty sure, hopefully that spline shaft going through to the back rear end don't have to be, I don't have to undo the drive line and take that yoke off to get this rear end out. But it could be possible. 3 years. Hopefully that's when they upgraded that to that spline shaft instead of being all built together. That through shaft being built onto the rear end. I know y'all seen me do them other ones by hand while ago on this little sumbitch. Being a little contrary. And I'm I'm getting a cramp in my hip sitting up here for me. Tell y'all it's getting old. I'll turn it by hand. Hell no. Some bitch is warm too. Got a little bit of a turn by hand that time. Get down back up. Got a burr on that bolt somewhere. Got to adjust my clutch on this truck too, y'all. Might do a little, might incorporate that into this video as well. All right. All the bolts, all the fasteners should be out of that rear end. I'm gonna go get my floor jack, and as long as this through shaft that goes through here does not have to be, I've only ran across one truck, and I've probably done 100 of these. One truck, which was my old truck, a 96 Model P, that I had to unbolt that yoke to be able to pull the rear end out. Now let's just let's hope that this one is just got the through shaft in there that this shaft is splined into. That makes it a whole lot easier if it is. Go get my jack and we'll catch back up with you. Here it comes. Maybe I won't drop it. Well, we dropped it, but not too bad. I'm gonna, I don't know. I might have to, I can get it out underneath that step there, I think. I'm just gonna have to drag it out here. Alright, I got it out. I'm gonna get our hoist down here, get that thing picked up so we can clean it up and look at it and check it out. I'll be back in just a second, y'all. Alright guys, we got her picked up here. Set my phone over here. I'm using my phone to make sure you guys can see me alright. Hoist lifts, these cranes sure do make things a lot easier. We got it up in the air here. Right here is the spot where your axle goes in. And looks like it could be a little, looks like this rear end could be a little messed up too. I need to clean it up a little better right quick and put my glasses on so I can see better, my old man glasses, and we'll get back with y'all in a second, let y'all know what I find. All right, y'all. The rear end is toast. See if I can get y'all to see this. If you look, try to figure out a way. Look right. Alright, this is a little better. If you look about the 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock position, 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock position, you can see some cracks. You can also see some little pieces of metal right there. And if you look inside the spline here, you can see a crack in the spline shaft. So, you know, you could replace that spline, that part right there, and I'm sure all you gotta do is knock this, zoom y'all back out, knock this pin out, unscrew that, pull that collar out, and reinstall a new collar. But I've never done it before, I'm not sure, so I'm just gonna leave that up to the boss man, see what he wants to do. There is a part number. We do have part numbers on there. So anyway, that's where we're at now. Need a rear end. Alright y'all, this is inside the axle housing here. See where all the fasteners were? What we got to do, we got to go in. This is the through shaft I was talking about. That a lot of rear ends on the motor trucks, you got to pull that out with the rear end. So you got to unbolt that. You got to unbolt that housing on the back. Now this big chinchilla, sea fern, whatever you want to call it, looking deal. Y'all know what that is? All that is on here is metal. There's a magnet under there. That also, what your drain plug don't magnetize, that big magnet right there will get a lot of the metal. And you can see all the shavings on it. Sea urchin, that's what I was trying to think of. Right here is your temperature sensor for your rear end. Right here is your fuel plug for your rear end, which is also magnetized. So I'm gonna get this booger. Right there's where your oil. Make sure your upper bearing gets oil. I'm gonna. It's actually a return where the oil returns out back down into here. So I'm gonna get this booger cleaned up, let y'all see the magnet, and still waiting to hear from the boss man on what we're gonna do on the rear end. Gotta get all this this old silicone off, all this old RTV. Look, we'll catch y'all here in a minute. Them out, and then I got my air gun and I blew them out. Kind of hard to see. I ain't got my flashlight under here. I'll shine it and see. Let me see if I can. Got the flange all cleaned up. I just got to clean up the magnet. That magnet goes right there, and put it back, which is in here in my solvent right now, soaking. So I'll get a view from the axles from the outside with the flashlight in there, so y'all can see it in here in a second. We'll be back. All right, got my flashlight working on my phone here. Got the magnet all cleaned up. That's what it looks like. Don't look like no sea urchin no more, does it? That's down the axle shaft that way, and axle shaft that way. I need to run a rag up in there and wipe it down one more time, but all in all, she's pretty clean, pretty clean. Catch y'all in a minute. All right, y'all. Oh, the Flama Blanca needing a clutch adjustment too, so we're gonna do that right quick and kind of walk y'all through what a clutch adjustment procedure is. As far as the rear end, I just gotta wait and see what the boss man wants to do. If we want to try to rebuild that one, which I've never done, but probably figure it out, or just get another one. And we got to get another axle for sure. So that's where we're at with that. But I had to take the drive line on off, on off, on off. Take it off from right here at the carrier bearing. That way I can adjust my clutch, because I gotta be able to put it in gear. So this will just spin. This is your drive line going to your transmission. What's going on? All right, y'all. We're up here underneath the transmission now. Got my PTO here, pump. That's what runs my wet kit back there. You see the rear end? See the drive line coming off the tail end of the transmission here. What we got to do to access the clutch, take this panel off right here. So 2 1/2-inch drive bolts holding it on. Let's get it off right quick. Got the panel off. If you look up inside here, this right here is your clutch. This right here, the grease zerk, that's your throwout bearing. This little piece right here, now moving, that's your clutch brake. And then right here, not really a pressure plate, but it's a plate up against the transmission. What this does, you see that shaft going across here, that's your cross shaft. Whenever you push down your clutch, you see these little ears? There's some little ears right there in the center of the frame. One on that side, one on that side. They push. When you push your clutch down, they push this throwout bearing that way. It squeezes that clutch brake between that pressure plate and the throwout bearing. And what that does is that disengages your clutch. Therefore, your transmission will not move and your motor will be free spinning. So once you let off, that re-engages your clutch. It'll re-engage your clutch to where you got torque in between your transmission and your motor to drive your transmission. What I got to do, there's an adjustment screw. Let's see. Okay, you can see it. I got to go up in there. Let's see if I. All right. Y'all see those 3 bolts right there? The one larger one in the middle. That's where you adjust your clutch. You got to push in on it and turn it clockwise to do an adjustment. And but I got to get it spun around. And this is where it makes it hard when you're by yourself. You got to get it down here where you can get to it. Down here, zoom back out. Down here at the bottom of your transmission. Get it right in here to where you can get to it. So, and when you to push it and adjust it, somebody's got to be holding down the clutch inside the truck while you're doing it. I usually by myself just get a stick or something and I hold down my clutch for me while I come down here and adjust it. The pain of this is though, is going up there and bumping this thing. Man, you sometimes just spend 20 minutes here bumping this thing trying to get it where it needs to be. So I'm gonna get out here, bump this thing around, get it where it needs to be. Actually, I'm gonna go up in the cab and show y'all what we're adjusting for. So, and then I'll bump this thing around. So let's climb out here real quick. All right. What we're doing is we're adjusting for the free travel here. As you can see, I only got about 1 inch. You really want to have about 2 inches. And my clutch brake is just being a little slow going into gear. Don't mind my truck, y'all. I gotta clean this thing. It is nasty. We've been out there running in the sand and the dirt. And she needs a good, as I said the other day, cleaning. But that's what we're going to adjust for, is that slack right there. So, yeah. Your clutch goes down through your floor. Let's roll the hood here right quick. Roll the hood, roll the hood. If you look right here, this is where your clutch, it comes out of your floor in the back there. That's your linkage there. That's what goes down there, connects inside your transmission to move that throwout bearing back and forth. And then right there, you see that arm in the back. That's where the clutch from inside moves that. Let's see if I can get y'all set up here right quick. I'm gonna go inside and push on the clutch and watch that arm move. So that's how your clutch linkage works. So let me bump this sucker around and get it where we need to be, and then we'll show y'all how to adjust it. Got me a block of wood here. Got my clutch depressed. Crawl back under here. I had to spin it, had to crawl back in and out about 7 times. All right, if you look here, it's a little off center still. Make it a little hard to get to still. So what you can do, see this little hole right here? That's where your flywheel, see if you see it up in there. That's where your flywheel's at. You see those teeth? That's what your starter, engages in to start your truck. But you can take a screwdriver, put it up in that hole. I'll do this one-handed. And you can, sometimes you can move that clutch back around to you when you get it pretty close. You see it moving there. It's moving real slow, but it is moving. If you can get a hold of enough teeth. Let me finish moving it around here. I need 2 hands, and get back. I'm gonna get it squared up here. All right, y'all. Got her moved around, pretty square. If you look right here, it says press both in to turn, and it gives you the ways to turn it. Let's see if I can get my light to come on. All right, here we go, more better. All right, so you see, we're gonna turn it clockwise, push in on it, turn it clockwise. What you'll need is a 5/8 ratchet, 5/8 socket and a ratchet, and a pry bar. Let's see if I can get. All right, y'all. I can't really get the camera position nowhere. I need to get my GoPro. GoPro battery died a while ago, so I'm stuck using my phone. You can see that bolt. See it push in? All right, that's what you gotta do. Get your, set y'all down here for a second. Find my ratchet. Well, let's see how many times we can get out from underneath here. I forgot my ratchet. All right, got my ratchet. Grab my socket. You go ahead and put it on there right quick on the bolt. Alright, as y'all can see, got my ratchet on the bolt. Clutch has to be pressed, like I said, when you turn this thing. Usually you turn it about 5 turns, equals about 1 inch of free travel on your clutch pedal. I'll use this pry bar right here to push in on the ratchet. See it go in? All right. Once I got it pushed in, now I can turn it. I'm gonna set y'all down right quick while I turn this thing. I don't know if you'll be able to see here or not, but I gotta use both hands. So there's 1 turn, 2 turns, 3 turns, 4 turns, 5 turns. And there's a measurement too y'all, that you can have. Let's see here. We got some stuff on the camera here. There's some stuff you can measure to get the right amount of free travel between here and on your ears. I can't remember the specs. I just always kind of do it by feel. There's a grease cert right here too, y'all. You need to make sure, and most trucks will have a tube coming down that comes through that plate that's on there, so you can grease that throw-out bearing every other week or whatever, whenever you grease your truck. I grease mine about every other week, so. But I think I might try to find me a hose to put on there before I put all this back together. That way I can get to that thing without having to take the cover off every time. Anyway, let's go see how much free travel we got. Oh yeah, way better, y'all, way better. So anyway, that's just a quick little video. Not real technical, just more for information purposes only of how to adjust the clutch. I'm gonna sign off from here for this video. We got the rear ends all ready to go. Waiting on parts, find out what we're gonna do. Clutch is adjusted. I got some little stuff I need to do to the truck. I'll probably try to clean it up on the inside today. I'm having some light issues here on the tail end I gotta work on, and some light issues on my breather light. The red one that goes in here. The ground is messed up and something's going on with these here, right here. So I'm gonna get those fixed and look her over, and hell, y'all have a good day. And for all y'all that have been with us for a while, thanks for being here. And if you're new, thanks for subscribing. And be sure to follow us on all our social media platforms, all listed below. I was trying to take some Snapchats of this stuff today, but it's just, I've been busy. You'll see I'm covered in crap, and it's just a day of the life in the shop here. So 806 driver, B&B Trucking. Keep the shiny side up and the hammer down. And we'll catch y'all next.